doing?
I'm here.
I'm here too. Oh, the lights are on. That looks kind of
I know, the solar kicked on. That was different.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is SmokeySteveAndMarc.
Yes, it is.
Welcome back. Welcome for the first time. What have you?
Yes.
You're
How
here.
is everybody?
You're back today.
I'm back today.
After a day off.
Yes, after a day.
Which is usually...
After a day working, actually.
Which is usually not how things go.
No,
Usually
it's
you're
all
off.
switched up this week. Usually, you get me on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But this week I had to work Tuesday, so I'll be here tomorrow too. So you have me Wednesday and Thursday because I swapped days.
But then you're working.
But then I am working on Sunday too.
So you won't be here then.
So I won't be here on Sunday.
And then by Monday it'll be back on schedule.
Monday we'll be back to normal.
But I'll be here all these other... I'm off next week a few days.
Yes.
We'll get to it.
Does everyone have their pen and paper so you have the schedule down? Because I don't.
We could post a schedule.
I'm all messed up.
But we're never going to stick to it.
We'll post the schedule.
Yeah, we'll post it in the description.
Today you get Steve.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you get...
I've seen channels that do that. They never stick
Really?
to the schedule.
Oh.
No, it's
No,
usually
we
weight
don't need
loss
to do
goals,
that.
and they'll say I'm doing this day and that the
Oh,
next,
yeah.
and they fall off.
Well, we don't.
So,
we don't
do
do
that.
that. Because sometimes I do a surprise pop in too.
That's true. Sometimes all of a sudden
I'll have to do that this weekend.
So, yeah.
I have some stuff for 4th of July, and I'll be at work, and I haven't shown the garden at work in forever. And
Does
it's
it involve
growing.
fireworks? The stuff for the 4th?
It might.
Ooh, the illegal kind.
Not the illegal kind. No.
Wow, wow.
We follow the law in this household.
Yeah, of course we do.
But anyway, we
Anyway.
have some questions to answer, right?
We do. This is part 2. We did my Q&A.
Yes.
Where I answered the questions directed at me. This is part 2 where we're going to answer questions that were directed at the both of us.
The both of us.
These came on our YouTube comments and then from Facebook as well.
Instant Messenger. Yep.
So,
And then part 3
will be just
will
Mark.
be just my questions, and I think I'll do that for Mondays with Mark.
Yeah.
I think that might be a good one for that. Yeah.
So, questions varied.
Yeah, they sure did. Yes.
They varied. But like I said, I'm not burdened by shame, and Mark's a pretty open book.
Yeah,
So,
I am, and I was really touched by everybody's questions, like that everyone is interested in our lives. It's really and to get to know us a little better. Thank you for the questions.
So without further ado,
question number 1.
Question 1. This comes from a few people. They overlap. So it's Angela Payne, Julie Wood, and Draste. How'd the two of you drop all of the weight?
Yes.
This was a weight loss channel originally. Basically, I was doing intermittent fasting, or mostly one meal a day. My calorie target was 1,500 calories. I'd have a cheat day usually once a week, and I would exercise Saturdays, Sundays for maybe 45 minutes a day, just some walking. I lost 80 to 90 pounds, and it took about a year and a half. So,
yeah,
I pretty much ate less and moved a little more.
Yeah, you lost like 100 pounds.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really good.
And I've been maintaining within 5 pounds of my target for about 6 months or so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, what did you do?
I pretty much did the same. My highest weight, I was 230, and every time I lose weight, I do the intermittent fasting too. I eat once a day, and I have some silly rules too, but they work. My silly rules for myself are: I will eat nothing that's fried, no fried foods at all, no French fries, nothing fried, nothing deep fried.
Mm-hmm.
I will only drink liquids that are clear.
Mm-hmm.
Iced tea counts as long as you can see through it. Now look, I don't know where these came from, okay? I don't know. I think decided on them. Maybe I read them somewhere. I don't know.
They just pile up over the years.
right. And then I do the intermittent fasting, and then I exercise. Now, when I first went on the weight loss journey, I did exercise a lot more, and my target weight was 150, which was a little low for me. But I got to 145, and I ran 4 days a week. I ran 5 miles. Now, I'm not physically able to do that, so my exercising has dropped a lot. I think I'd be able to get down to my target weight if I was able to exercise like I used to. Running, and I would lift weights, and I had a series of exercises I did. But I can't I'm kind of limited now, right now, with that, and but I'm down to 195, and I've been like kind of plateaued there again for the last as long as you have actually. I've been plateaued, so I mean I'm just taking it right now, you know. But I'll be able to get some more activity in, and once I'm off these medications, I think that'll help a lot too.
Yeah.
So that's how I dropped my weight.
Yeah, that's how I dropped
and
mine.
You dropped yours too. That was a good question.
It was a good one. Next from Michelle Glesman. Do you watch any channels that do food ASMR/mukbangs? If so, what are your favorites? The only one I watch Chantal when she does them, if she does them, just because I do reviews on her channel. But otherwise, no, I don't. I used to watch channels that would do them, but it just got gross after a while.
Yeah.
I didn't get into it. I did a few where I was eating on camera, wouldn't call it a mukbang proper. And I don't know. I kind of fell out of the interest of doing it, and I don't really watch them.
Yeah, I don't watch them. I never really saw what the draw was to it. I tried, but it's just not my thing. So no, I'm sorry, I don't watch them.
No.
I like the idea of somebody sitting down and eating dinner and talking back and forth. I like
For the social aspect.
I love that.
But watching someone dig into a whole lasagna.
No.
I don't.
I don't care for that either.
But
you know, to each their own. I mean, you know.
No, and there's a lot of drama around mukbangers,
there
too.
does seem to
For
be,
people that just eat on camera and stare.
I know.
Whatever. Next, from Tia Fane. Do you believe in ghosts? Have either of you had any spooky experiences?
Oh, wow.
You want to take this one first?
Okay, well, yeah, it's easy for me. I do. I do believe that there is something else out there than just what we know and what we see. I believe that. I grew up in a pretty spiritual household. I think I shared this once before in my story, you know. Basically, down to my mother. We'll, you know, make it small, shorter. My mother was a very spiritual person. She liked to scry and fortune tell, and she did the tarot cards, and I can also read tarot cards. I find them fascinating. I really like to do that, and I'd like to get back into it because I've kind of fallen off away from that. But I definitely believe in the afterlife and in the spirit world. My experience as a child, this is kind of creepy, but my dad, who I never talk about ever, was involved in whatever he was involved in. I wouldn't say the positive side of spirituality, but we had a lava lamp in the house, and this happened a couple times. And if you sat in front of it and stared into it, all of a sudden you would realize that something was staring back at you. You know, and it wasn't the lava going or anything like that. And my dad always told me that, you know, there was a demon that was cast into that. You know, now, you know, I don't know if I believe that or not. All I know is what I saw.
Yeah.
And I saw it a couple times, and then I stopped. You know, and never looked back. But it was pretty creepy. And I woke up one night, and this is a child, and I woke up one night in the middle of the night and saw a dark figure, a shadow person, I guess, standing over my bed, and squinted my eyes and went like this, and he was still there, and hid under the covers, looked, he was still there, did it one more time, and he was gone. So I wasn't sleeping and I wasn't dreaming. I was young and I did have an imagination, so I'm just saying it was an experience.
Yeah.
Chalk it up to what you want. But so that's my story.
I don't.
No? You don't believe in it?
Jury's out. I mean, I've never seen anything. And I'm a lapsed Catholic. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
have a huge spiritual background.
Well, so but do you believe in the spirit world or not?
I'd have to see something for myself.
For yourself to believe it.
Believe it. But I mean, if I did, I would be willing to change my mind. It just hasn't come up yet.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So,
I mean, one of our favorite shows we watched are those ghost stories and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But no, I do believe in it. So that was a good question.
From Ladune and from Lori Lynn, what is the story of how the cat came into your lives?
Well, I'll let you take this one.
I can feel this one. So, Marc had always had a lot of cats.
Yes.
And he, I'm sure, had wanted to have one. I have a history of being allergic to cats throughout most of my life. But I was going through a medication change. And in a period of a month, I went from depressed to almost manically psychotic. You were there.
I was there.
You remember.
I remember.
That fun,
I
wasn't
remember.
that?
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
wait to
We
for
had
that to
guests
happen
in
again.
uniforms here and everything.
We did.
So during that period, there were some impulsive decisions made, and one of them really was to get a
to
cat.
get Bandit.
And it felt like a good idea, and so we looked online at the animal shelter's pictures and narrowed it down to just a couple. We went to the shelter and checked them out. It was between Bandit and another cat named Goliath.
He still talks about Goliath.
He looked so sad. Goliath, I wanted a big cat because I was afraid I would step on him, because I've never had a pet ever as a kid, nothing. So
Which I can't believe.
So we narrowed it to Bandit. We fudged a little of the paperwork. Because we hadn't yet told our landlord that we were doing
We didn't tell the landlord. Yeah, so we said we were taking it to your mom's house. Taking Bandit. Yeah, that's right. I remember. He knows now, but
yeah, and
I hope 5 years later.
And then we brought him home, and I was scared of Bandit for a while, and I thought I was still having some allergies to him, but within 6 months I was fine.
Yeah.
So that's how Bandit came into our house. It was a kind of a rushed decision, but it was a good decision.
And I was totally delighted and went right along with it, didn't question it at all, because I knew that it was a positive thing. I knew. And it was something that was missing from my life. I always had animals around me my entire life.
Yeah.
You know, as a child, even when I was living with my grandmother as a child, we had, at one time, we had 4 dogs, 3 cats, we had fish, she had birds. It was like a zoo there, you know.
Sounds like.
But no, all my life I had animals, and I really something is missing if you don't have a pet. I think, you know. I mean, Bandit's part of our family. I mean, Bandit makes our family now. Yeah. You know. Us. So, but yes, that's how Bandit came into our lives.
And he was great help after that episode, because I crashed and I was in a rough spot for a while, and he was someone else to think about, something else to take care of, something out of myself. So
definitely your comfort animal. Yeah.
Definitely my comfort animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he says he hates him, but Bandit doesn't hate him. He follows him around everywhere.
He does. I'm going to skip this one because I think we might take a break and come back in a little bit, and this one might be a little longer.
Okay.
I'm going to skip to this one from Marion Brady. To both of you, what are some of your favorite books?
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
What are yours?
I have them right here because
because they're your favorite books.
Because they were right next to here,
yeah.
But I have 2 all-time favorite books. The first one is The Laws of Spirit, and I think we did this one in a segment when we our favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. This is Dan Millman, The Laws of Spirit. This is one of my favorite. It's like a self-transformation, self-help type of book, but it's told in like these little parables. It's incredible. And my ultimate favorite book, The Fur Person.
I read The Fur Person.
May Sarton.
Yeah, that was good. You handed me that and asked me to read it. It was good.
Book. And May Sarton is a fascinating individual too. She was a lesbian, and I mean, back in her day, it was like, you know, taboo.
A little taboo.
Oh, absolutely taboo and everything. But she came out and everything. That's her picture there. She's a fascinating person. But this book, Fur Person, it's told through the eyes of the cat.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Check it out. Yeah.
My first one would be Wasted by Maria Hornbacher. It's a memoir of anorexia and bulimia. Very well written. A good story about a person coming through illness, and it's not based in self-pity. It was a very good book.
Yeah, even if you're not, you know, dealing with those issues. I read the book. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've passed it around several treatment facilities that I've been in, and all the guys love it.
Oh, yeah, it's a great book.
And the other one is Witch, which is about Brookie Lee West. She was a woman who killed her mother and stuffed her in a garbage can. It was like a true crime book. It's like, imagine a really, really bad true crime show. It's written in the same way. It's junk. But I've read it over and over.
Yeah.
It's where I read it that matters. I read it when I was incarcerated one time. And then I bought it when I got home, and it has sentimental value.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How about Vanna White's autobiography?
It's just a hell of a book. Why don't we take a break here, and then we'll come back in a second.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's reset. Okay.
All right. See you guys in a bit. And we're back.
We're back.
I ditched the hat. It's too goddamn hot. It's just too hot. It's just too hot.
It is a scorcher here.
It is
today.
What
and I should have put the air conditioner
It's
on.
in the 80s.
It is.
thing.
Yeah. And after it being relatively cold and rainy for so long, it seems even hotter, I think.
Yeah, it does. This is the first heat we've had this summer so
Yeah.
far. Well, this June. It's
Yeah.
only been summer a
Like,
few days.
real hot like this? Yeah.
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 Okay. So next question.
Okay.
From Marcus Divine. How do you manage mood ups and downs and fluctuations in libido in relationships when you are bipolar? I'm terrified of putting a guy through that. Oh, honey.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will put up with it. It's okay.
Legitimate question. Good question.
Good question. Well, I'm the one with bipolar, in case anybody hasn't been paying attention. You know, patience and Cialis. It's not as much. I mean, on my end of things, you know, my mood goes up, my mood goes down. When my mood goes up, usually my libido goes up a little bit. And when my mood swings down, that goes with it. So,
and I mean, you're on enough medication to
knock out a buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of those have sexual side effects. So actually, I work with my psychiatrist on that because having a healthy sex life is an important part of having a healthy life. You know. So, and I'm a 36-year-old. I'll be 37. 36-year-old man. So, on that end, that's how that works for me. So, and communication.
Well, yeah, I mean, on my end of it, yeah, definitely communicate. Support, understanding, and communication, I think, is the key to anything like that. I mean, you know, well, I don't even know how else to expand on that, because the one thing we learned in couples therapy years ago was the backbone of any relationship is communication. You have to be open and you have to communicate about everything, and sex is part of that. I mean, and as the years go on, that becomes a lot easier too.
It does. Those conversations are so awkward at the beginning. Like saying to your partner, or your significant other, whoever, you know, I'm in the mood tonight mentally, but not physically.
Yeah.
And if you're both in the mood, but the other one's in the mood in both ways and you're not, like, how do you... Yeah. You might have to improvise, you know, without going into too much detail. But again, bottom line is communication. Yeah, you have to have those uncomfortable discussions, you know. Angry silence doesn't work.
No.
We tried. We tried. Awkward silence doesn't work either. You just have to talk.
Yeah, you have to. And it does become easy.
Yeah.
Now, you know, not in a relationship, I think that would be a little more difficult, you know, if you're not in a relationship and you're meeting someone for the first time and da-da-da-da.
You don't have to handshake and say I'm bipolar. You don't have to put your business on Main Street.
But I do think that, you know, you have to communicate about it.
Yeah. Anything that, you know, it's fine.
I mean, because one person can think it's them, the other person can think it's that. You can think all kinds of crazy stuff when everything you're thinking is probably not what it is.
I know. You think it's you. I know it's me.
Yeah,
I'm depressed because it's me. You think I'm depressed because I don't want to be with you.
Yes,
and then everybody hates themselves, and then everyone decides they hate each other.
Yeah, and it can cause turmoil.
It causes problems.
Just when and if you just talk about it, it's out on the table.
Sex, money, and lies are what the big ones that break up relationships. I think that's what the therapist told us. So
yeah. That was a good question.
It was a very good question. Yeah. So, okay. Marcus, Marion. This is from Katie via Facebook. If you could have dinner with 7 people, who would they be?
Oh, yeah. Living or dead.
Living, dead, celebrities,
historical
otherwise.
Figures. Yeah. Okay.
So we each got, I think, we'll share one.
We each pick 3.
We'll each pick 3 and then we'll share one.
All right. So my 3 would be... It would be... I'm thinking celebrity. Okay, it'd be my mother, my grandmother, and Stevie Nicks.
Okay. I'd invite my mother, because I wanted to meet your mom.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Lady Gaga, I'd want to have come.
I'd like to have dinner with her, yeah.
Yeah. And John Waters, the guy who did the original movie Hairspray. Wouldn't he be a fun party guest? Like,
yeah, you got me there. I guess he would be.
It would be better if he was the host,
and he would. Yeah,
it'd be like it would be like Pee-wee's Playhouse with mimosas.
You're right. It could with big pink puffballs in the background. It'd be cute.
Yeah, Divine might be there. Be like,
right. Well, Okay.
And then number 7.
Oh, both of us?
Yeah.
Well, would it be too much to ask for Jesus to come for dessert?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. John Waters and Jesus. So, yeah.
No, it would be fascinating to talk with Jesus.
And Lady Gaga's Catholic. I think they'll have stuff to talk about.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
my grandma was Catholic.
And I have a few questions. So, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple questions myself. I think that would be a nice dinner party.
I think it would too. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So, next question from Cynthia Black. If you came into a large sum of money, how would you spend it? Not bills. That was the qualifier. I would spend it on property. I've been a renter my entire life. I've never owned,
Like to live, like buy a house or something.
a house,
I see.
like a house, even a condo, something. Because I've never had a place with a deed on it.
That benefits me too.
The only thing I've ever had, I didn't say 2 people on it. I just said property.
Oh, okay.
Unless your dream is property, and then we'll talk. But yeah, I've only ever owned a car outright. I've never owned anything else that would be considered anything like collateral.
Yeah,
except
right.
my organs. So so what would you get?
Oh gosh, not on bills. Not on. I would open a business. I'd buy my dream of having, and I'm still torn on it. Either like my traveling like food truck thing that I wanted to do, or my like bakery dinner theater idea, like a restaurant. I would open a business. That's what I would do.
That sounds good. Then I get to eat. You can live in my
property. I said I would. I didn't say for 2 people.
Well, you can live in my property if I can eat in your restaurant.
All right, deal.
Does that work out?
Yes, that works.
Good. All right. From Artie Ladd, do you each have a song that has special feelings for you?
Oh, that's hard. Oh my gosh. Do you?
I do. And it's a double special meaning. Okay,
Okay.
the song by Bright Eyes, First Day of My Life. If you've ever
I love that song.
If you've ever been in the infatuation stage of a relationship or a wedding or seen that diaper commercial, you've heard the song. Okay, so there's a lyric in there that says, what is it? There's 2. Remember the time I drove all night just to see you in the morning? Okay, I had an ex who told me that that's what they did one time, and they lied their ass off. They were out cheating the night before. So that left me with a scar. But there's another line in there, glad I didn't die before I met you. And I think of you when I think of that.
Aww.
It's a morbid romantic sort of thing. Like, oh, I'm glad I didn't die before we met.
Yeah.
It seems appropriate because we were both dying when we met.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's my sentimental song.
That is a nice song.
I wouldn't even say it's not my favorite song, but it has more sentimental meaning to it in that way.
Yeah. Aw, that's cool.
What about yours?
That if anybody wants to check it out, it's Bright Eyes.
First Day
the
of My
first
Life.
day of my life. It's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mine's kind of sappy, I guess, but I remember this song from being very little, and I love it. It's still on my playlist now. It's Dolly Parton, and it's But You Know That I Love You, and it's a story about a person who is like she's a singer on the road, and she regrets that she doesn't have time to be with her significant other, but you know that I love you, but the lyrics are just beautiful, and it's a great melody, and I think it can be applied to anybody, and I get that way even now with you sometimes, like if I'm working like a whole string of days in a row, and I'm like, well, I have to make the money, and at the sacrifice of spending time with somebody you love, so I think that would be a sentimental song for me, and one of my favorites. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one from Sarah Falcone. What is your favorite and least favorite part about vlogging?
Vlogging.
About doing this. Favorite part is probably the comments, the feedback, I guess. I like the talking. It's something we do together. I mean, there's a few little things I like about it. It's something that's ours.
Yeah, I like that part.
It's something to build and to watch grow, and it's a way to connect with people in a way that I hadn't before.
Yeah.
I would never reach out to strangers on other social media, but this is a way to do that.
Yeah.
My least favorite part, when this is done, and we're done talking, I have to go play on the computer and edit and this and
Edit,
my least
upload
favorite
it.
word is upload.
Yeah.
Upload. It's so slow.
And he does it all. I don't do anything.
I know. By the time we're done, I have like another hour of work to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, so that part sucks. But
and our internet, it sucks. Verizon, our Wi-Fi is just terrible here. I mean, we live in downtown Scranton, and we don't have FiOS available to us.
No.
So we have this, whatever they call it. It's their fastest speed, blah blah blah. It's $80 a month, and it sucks. Now I know upload speeds are
slower.
Traditionally, slower and a little more, but it's terrible.
And I like to get everything done in one sitting. I like to film, edit, upload, it's done, put it live.
Yeah, and
like,
then your day is, that project is done.
Yeah, I don't like to bank videos. I don't like to let things sit around. Like, if I'm filming at 3, I want it up by 5:30.
Yeah.
And I want it to be done. So what I've done is gone up to the local, there's a hospital nearby, and they have really fast wireless for guests.
They're wireless.
I don't go in and sit in the ER, because that feels wrong. But I will sit in a parked car right next to the hospital.
and do it.
And log in as a guest and upload because they're
especially for like the long videos.
Yeah, if it's like a video like this, which is probably hitting like the 20-minute plus mark.
Yeah.
Like this, we might take a drive.
It's right. It's right
4
up the
blocks
road.
away.
Yeah.
And I've gone there and used their services, and for how much I paid, I think they can spare a little.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So
I like the same things you like, definitely. It got me out of my shell, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, having a theater background, you wouldn't think that I was shy, but I had grown into that. I was very kind of like, one person kind of guy, and social things kind of, but this has gotten me out of my shell. I've become a little bit more confident and whatever on camera than I was at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I love the communication back and forth and meeting people and commenting back and forth. I love that part of it. And it's all exciting. Those are the things I like about it. And I just love the fact that people, genuinely take an interest in our little lives.
Yeah.
I really like that part, and I'm humbled by it, and I'm really grateful for it too. I like that part of it.
Yeah.
I dislike the same thing you do.
Yeah.
The mechanics of it.
Yeah.
But when, as time goes on, I think we'll get better at that. Those things will get easier. Maybe get a better camera, get better service. But, hopefully that'll get better.
Well, those will upgrade in their own time. Like, by the time it's time to replace your phone, cameras on phones will be better.
Yeah, that type of thing.
So it's not like having to go out of the way to make an additional purchase.
Yeah, but there's nothing that I really hate about vlogging.
Yeah, and when we started doing this, frankly, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm learning as I go, and then watching YouTube channels to figure out more.
Yeah.
So, but
and I enjoy the making the pictures and the things
Marc
like that.
does
I
most
like
of the thumb.
kind of stuff.
You can tell when he's not home because the thumbnails are so basic.
You do just.
It's one picture with a little bit of text on it, and that's it.
Oh, it looks good.
Next question from Poets Graffiti. What's your favorite movie? Mine. This took a while. But the movie I can watch with my jaw hanging open over and over is The Shining.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Is The Shining. It's long, but I can go see my scene, and it's got oh my god, I can't remember her name. Shelley Duvall, who I can't imagine anyone else doing that but her.
Oh, me too. She's fascinating, isn't she?
Oh god, she's not in a good spot.
No, she's not.
But at the time there was something that she's this very unique looking woman and a very unassumingly good actress.
Yeah.
So Shining I can do. What about you?
Mine would have to be the original Halloween, and not because I'm a horror fan or anything, but it has sentimental value as well. I was very young when I saw it. I was allowed to see it, and I felt like I had grown up because I was allowed to see a grown-up horror movie, and it started my love for horror movies, and I love the way it's filmed, the noir, kind of filming of it, and like the artistic quality behind it, and it kind of like it sparked creativity in me with other things, believe it or not. And it's another one that I could put in and fall asleep to or whatever. I just enjoy it. I just like it. But that was a hard question because I like a lot of movies, but that one goes way back to my childhood, so.
And the last one I have for today.
Last question.
From Valley Alley.
Valley Alley, yeah.
Valley Alley. That makes more sense. I'm sorry, Alley. If you could be any animals, what would you be? I would be.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
I would be a manatee, also known as the sea cow. They just float under the surface, just chilling out. They don't start fights. They're just there. They only have to dodge motorboats, because I remember seeing a special on the Discovery Channel that how manatees' flippers were getting hit by motorboats.
Oh.
Because they hang out in shallow waters. But they're very chill. You know, they're not out there bothering with anybody.
Manatee.
Manatee, the sea cow. How about
Okay.
you? What? What should I be doing?
Oh no, nothing.
Can I live? Can I
Yeah,
float?
Absolutely, you can.
Whales move too much, and so do sharks. I just want to chill out.
Okay. I don't know what I would be. I guess a cat.
Cat's not bad.
Because I love cats. I like how they're like kind of snooty and do what they want, and
They sleep 20 hours a day. That's not bad.
I could probably do that, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess a cat, but I'm outside of that I'm not really sure why. I just like them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cat.
a cat. I'd be a cat.
What breed of cat?
Oh, I would probably be either an all black cat or a bandit cat,
Like
a Maine Coon.
A Maine Coon.
Like a bigger, like
Yeah.
real, I'm a big man.
The
but,
kind of
like,
cat that
very
acts like a
soft
dog.
and yes, but they're very friendly and nice,
Mhm. Well, those are the questions we have.
Yeah, those
for
are the ones we
today.
have for now. Ooh, thanks for the questions. I hope you enjoyed it. We did.
We did. This was actually a lot of fun. I like
It
doing
was.
Q&As.
And I'll be back on Monday, and I'll do the ones that were directed just at me.
So that'll be part 3. So
Yeah.
we did part 1 with me. This is part 2. And part 3, Mark will be flying solo.
Yes, and if you have any questions, definitely leave it in the comments below, or hit us up on Facebook, or instant message us, or send it to our email address, too.
Yeah.
If it's a little personal,
Mhm.
We don't have to say your name. But
No.
we'll answer anything.
Yeah, we're pretty open.
Yeah.
So, no
But
big-
thank you so much for your questions, and thank you so much for watching.
very much. And
Yes.
please do subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. You can
Please.
follow us on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Send us a friend request. You can follow us on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc, one word. Make sure you hit the bell, too, after you subscribe so you can get the alerts.
Yes.
We're good for about a video a day, sometimes 2.
Yep.
So that's all she wrote. So
That's
thanks
all
for
she wrote.
watching, and we'll catch up with y'all soon.
Okay, have a good night, everybody. See you
Bye.
next time. Ciao.